This evening's second Kellogg speaker is Jody Johnson. The title of Jody's speech is, Yes, I Am Changing. Jody.
Change, the action of making someone or something different, or of someone or something being made different by events, circumstances, and experiences. Over 3 years ago, COVID-19 changed our society. Everything from school to work, from sports to running errands, and even the way we interact with one another on a day-to-day basis. Because of the pandemic, we masked our expressive, diverse, and often carefully crafted faces. Every single one of us was challenged with change, whether monumental, the possibility we could sicken or die, or ordinary, hoping to God that a single roll of 2-ply toilet paper could be found at the grocery store. Although we eventually let go of the masks, of the N95s, but also the way we prepare our faces to meet other faces, I had to learn to let go of the mask that kept me from evolving. Our brains are wired to reinforce feelings of comfort in the familiar and in knowing what comes next. For me, the move to college from Delaware meant venturing into uncharted territory. What was unfamiliar to me in the fall of 2020 is now familiar. And so, knowing that the last 4 years spent in Oneonta are coming to an end, it's hard for me to accept as someone who remembers the emotions that encountering the unknown and venturing into what's uncharted can trigger. Among the givens coming to an end, at least for now, are my engagement with the probing insights of Dr. William Kowalczyk, the hugs from Rosa that remind me of my own grandmother's hugs, the warm comments made by Miss Kim and Miss Tiffany, and the unbreakable faith that Dr. Mary Allen, Heidi Tanner, and Gianna Buveri have had in me, even when I couldn't believe in myself. I've had some pretty hard breakups, but breaking away from these supporters will by far be the hardest separation I've suffered. I learned to trust and accept love and support from these individuals, despite how fearful I was to receive their kindness initially. But man, it's been worth it, because I've come to learn and believe, without question, that nothing is more powerful than love. In my time here, I have learned that growth is a byproduct of surrendering to change. Surrendering to change meant, for example, finding peace in these mountains when I had been determined to miss the crashing of the Atlantic on the eastern shore. Surrendering to change meant substituting self-isolation, self-injury, and self-medicating with self-investment through, for example, conversation with Kelly Schaefer at Perella Wellness Center. Surrendering to change meant involving myself with my community and with my campus culture. Surrendering to change meant joining cross-country and track and field, pushing past my limits, and also helping my teammates push past theirs. Surrendering to change meant acknowledging that I couldn't always find my way, that I needed a compass, and so I established a man's compass. Hartwick College's first men's support group wherein men can share ideas about and explore their masculinity, their personhood. So if you have seen me change over the last 4 years, you are not mistaken. Yes, I am changing, and I welcome change. I let the people of Hartwick College guide me on my journey to discover who I am behind the face mask that COVID required me to wear, and the other mask that I had chosen to wear well before COVID and for some time after. The carefully arranged face behind which I hid my emotions. Self-discovery hasn't been easy. It has been painful, confusing, and disorienting, because it seemed as if I were losing essential parts of myself, when in fact, I was finding myself. I discovered new skills and new insights, the potential for which had been within me all along. Mahatma Gandhi has said, "Each night when I go to sleep, I die, and the next morning when I wake up, I am reborn." Well, my friends, one ends each day knowing that the next day won't promise you a mom and dad who will push you to be the best you can be. And it won't promise you even the basics, a roll of 2-ply toilet paper at your local grocery store in the midst of a global health crisis. What tomorrow can promise is a chance to wake up to a new day of possibilities and of things that you can do intentionally, things that encourage a new outlook on life. This promise of discovery is what has made waking up and showing up for myself every day worth it. I have had the rare privilege of witnessing myself become the young man whom the younger Jody needed. Now I want you to think about how much discomfort you willingly allow into your lives. And I want you to ask yourself, will I allow myself to surrender to the process of change? Will I, with love and with gratitude, let go of the younger versions of myself? Will I welcome the new stages in my journey with an open mind and an open heart? If I had never tried to confront and embrace change here, on this hill, then I would never know what happiness and liberation can follow from change. I was nervous in accepting this Kellogg challenge to share my thoughts and experiences, but how can I encourage you to allow change in your life without recounting my experience with grappling with change? Because, my friends, I can't change the world by myself. If we all do our part to welcome as opposed to resist change and the self-discovery that follows it, I promise we can make this world better for ourselves, for others, together. Thank you.